Yo guys, Kyle the Completionist here, and I have some big news for you. After a long time spent thinking and considering my life choices, I have made a very important decision in my life. I am going to join the Andromeda Initiative and become a Pathfinder. Okay. Cringy fanboy cosplaying aside, I am interested in checking out this website that BioWare has made on the Andromeda Initiative, which is like a fan site, I guess, for Mass Effect Andromeda, which will be coming out on the 20th. And so I was curious about checking this website out, see what they have to offer. Apparently they provides interesting information on the game. I mean, I don't know if it's anything really interesting, but I like to check it out. So let us, I guess we'll click on this thing first. How far will you go? Find out what it takes. Recruitment details. Okay, let's check it out. That's a video. Huh, should be good.
This path began a long time ago. A course paved through human history that took us across continents, oceans, and ultimately to the stars.
Whoa!
For us, this planet is home. It's protected us, challenged us, and provided us the foundation to become galactic citizens.
Holy shit.
But the time has come to prepare ourselves for a future beyond the Milky Way. A future that begins 600 years from where we stand, in a time and place among unknown stars and unseen dangers. And so we issue this call to the brave, the inquisitive, to the trailblazers of the human race, as an invitation to stand on the shoulders of those who came before and challenge yourself to go further. Begin your journey. Join the Andromeda Initiative today.
Awesome. Alright, BioWare. Yes, I want to join. My body is ready for Mass Effect Andromeda. Okay. Cool. Before I sign up, I'm curious what, there's some other stuff down here. Unlock exclusive equipment. Begin mission training. Acquire critical knowledge and skills from the initiative's top personnel. Obtain certification in spacecraft functionality, vehicle operation, combat tactics, colony establishment, and more. Okay, let's check it out. Go to here. Huh, cool. I've seen this guy before. He's like some kind of new alien in Andromeda. For some reason I think he looks like a Twi'lek from Star Wars. Also, he kind of looks a lot like a Prothean, doesn't he? Kind of similar. Not exactly, but similar. Anyway, Golden Worlds and Settlements. Golden World characteristics, first contact protocols for encountering intelligent life, and colony establishment guidelines. Okay, let's watch the briefing. Woo, creepy dark planet. Always an awesome intro sequence. A personal favorite of mine. This is so cool.
Building a new life in Andromeda starts with the search for solid ground and safe harbor. The search for our golden world. I'm Suvi Anwar, part of the Nexus science team and the science officer assigned to the Tempest. I'm here to explain the basics of the golden worlds we're planning to inhabit. Without mass relays, our first wave of arcs will focus on a pocket of stars called the Helios Cluster. In a galaxy of 1 trillion stars, Helios has rich resources and 7 promising golden worlds. We have labeled habitats 1 through 7. These worlds represent our best chance to find a new home.
Okay, is that... I'm gonna pause it here. Like, what is this thing I'm looking at? Is this, like, supposed to be the entire galaxy? Or is it some kind of... Well, it can't be the whole galaxy. They called it the Helios Cluster, but what is it? Is it like a black hole? I mean, what is that thing at the center? I mean, why would you want to build a colony? Why would you want to build colonies around a black hole? That doesn't seem like a good idea. I'm just saying. But like, what is it? It's like some kind of, I don't know, it looks really cool. Like some kind of massive star that has entire systems orbiting it or something. That would be cool. Anyway, let's keep going.
Golden World should not just be capable of supporting life, but should also be rich in minerals to supply our colonies and the initiative itself.
I hope this isn't going to be like the mineral collection missions and Mass Effect 2, because those were really annoying. Just like, remember like having to gather all the minerals? It was like tedious work. Hopefully this will be more interesting.
The Nexus requires vast quantities of helium-3, water, ice, and element 0 to continue functioning.
Well, look, that's like that. It's exactly like in Mass Effect 2. Like they got the 4 mineral counters. You remember that, right? And like you have to like fill them up by scanning planets. No. Please don't let it be like the mineral collection in Mass Effect 2. I mean, hell, the mineral collection in Mass Effect 1 was better, just because you actually go down and explore to find them. Okay.
The more resources we gather, the more upgrades we can complete on the Nexus's infrastructure. The more colonists we can then awaken from cryosleep. There's no way to know for sure what state these golden worlds will be in until we get there, but our surveys have given us some preliminary data. Habitat 1 is an arid world with vast underground rivers. Despite the dry desert climate, temperatures are well within a comfortable range for settlement. Habitat 2, a large moon orbiting a gas giant, is expected to be rich in minerals and could potentially act as a resource for generations to come. Habitat 3 plays host to lush jungle canopies and rolling hills. While Habitat 4's...
Okay, well, I mean, so far that third one seems to be the best. I mean, the first one was just a desert. I mean, sure it has water, but doesn't seem like the best place. And the second world was like, well, I mean, the second world was interesting, but the third world seems to be the best. Although then again, you have to consider, like, do these planets have, like, nasty bacteria on them or something? Just because it has a lush biosphere doesn't mean it's good. I'm just saying, like, anyway. No, I'm just rambling on.
Scan suggests an immense wealth of liquid surface water, making it an ideal candidate as a life-sustaining world. For Arturian and Quarian colonists, Habitat 5 appears to be a perfect home for dextroprotein life.
That's cool.
Scans suggest Habitat 6 has wide oceans and a temperate climate. Last of all, Habitat 7 currently has all the markers of a tropical paradise. This will be our first destination upon arrival 600 years from now, and quite possibly your future home. Pathfinder teams will investigate these planets to determine their viability.
Okay, so like the Pathfinders are going to be like the new Spectres of this game. I know they're not like only instead of being super agents with instead of being intergalactic James Bonds, they're going to be like colonial leader types, explorers, like like the Starfleet captains in Star Trek. That'd be fun. And it's interesting they mentioned this AI, the Nexus. Wait, no, I think the Nexus is the name of the ship. I'm not sure now. But I know they mentioned this artificial intelligence that I guess it'll be like Edie, only, I mean, after the last games, you can never be too certain with artificial intelligences. Hopefully it'll be friendly and not stab us in the back or something. That would suck. Let's keep going.
This includes everything from pacifying unforeseen threats and allying with potential indigenous populations to solving environmental problems in an attempt to secure suitable placement for settlement outposts. Once an outpost is established, word is sent to the Nexus and more colonists can be awakened to continue the migration process.
Wait. Darn it. Okay, I kind of want to read those. Let me, shit. Can I rewind it? Seriously? You can't rewind this thing? Really? Fail, BioWare, fail. What's even the point of this progress bar if you can't? Alright, whatever, let's just keep going.
For those of you taking these first steps, it should also be noted that some worlds may already be the sovereign soil of an existing culture, a concern we will need to treat with respect. Our new home is out there, waiting to be discovered.
Normandy!
And these 7 worlds represent our best chance to make that dream a reality. We've done everything in our power to give you a head start once we arrive. But the next steps now lie firmly with you. Your path in Andromeda is our future. And every step brings us closer to home.
Wow, if this was a cult recruitment video, I would totally join. I would sign away I would sign away my very soul. Okay, maybe that's going a little too far, but you get the idea. Okay, that ship was not the Normandy. I kind of thought it was the Normandy at first. I mean, I know it's not the Normandy, but like the same kind of ship, I guess. But it's not. It's like it kind of looks like the Normandy from the back, but when they showed it from the front, you could see it was not the same type of ship. What's this thing? Really? With your training, get rewarded. Huh? Okay, what happens if I, should I just sign in, or go back to here? Darn. I thought there was more stuff, though. Like, let me see this thing. Hang on. Yeah, you can, like, go to the next one. Or something. Right? Okay. Weapons and biotics. An introduction to standard weapon classes, biotics, and jetpack usage in terrain, traversal, and combat. Okay, we all know what biotics are. I mean, you guys should know. It's like space magic. It's basically space magic, okay? You have psychic abilities. You can just throw people against walls and make their heads explode. You know, all that good stuff. It's awesome. They're like the mages of the Mass Effect universe. Let's watch. What? Locked? Why is it locked? Seriously? Okay, I had to enter in my age in order to unlock this. Whoa. Okay, I think is that the thing we saw earlier? That's at the center of the galaxy thing, or whatever the hell it is? What the hell is it? I mean, it doesn't look like any black hole I've ever seen. Like, usually when you think of a black hole, it's kind of like horizontally oriented, not vertically, so, if that makes any sense. But maybe, I mean, it could be a black hole, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, whatever it is. Okay.
We're explorers first, but it's a new galaxy. We need to be ready for any situation, including combat. I'm Liam Costa, Security and Response Specialist for the Pathfinder team. Before we set out, you need some basic firearms and mobility training. The name of the game is adaptability. Only so much cargo space on the arcs, so initiative weapons and armor, designed to be customized multiple times in the field.
I want them all.
There's 4 main types of guns to work with: pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, and sniper rifles. Pistols are your standard medium to short range weapon. Easy to aim and fire, and low recoil so you can shoot on the move. Lightweight, quick to reload.
No, I remember the Carnifex. It's a pistol from Mass Effect 3, if I believe. Okay, let's move on.
When you're ready to punch it up a little, Carnifex pistol with grenade launcher augmentation for the advanced user. Next, shotguns. Perfect for getting in close. Shotguns are simple. For large targets, grouping, or just some extra kick. They hit hard with a wide shot pattern. Like all our kits, they're highly adaptable. A personal favorite, katana with laser shells. For obvious reasons. Next up, assault rifles. High rate of fire for covering fast targets and making short work of shields. And if you watch your recoil, good at distance too. If you can see your mark, chances are you can hit it. Augmentation of choice, Avenger with electrical conduit.
So, I mean, it's interesting. First of all of these are weapons we have seen in previous games. The katana, the Avenger, the Carnifex. And these enemies that they're fighting, they look like holograms? Is this like a Pinnacle Station kind of setting? Like a holodeck? Or the Armax arena from Mass Effect 3 Citadel? It's pretty interesting stuff. So maybe there'll be like a simulation mission we go on, or something, or maybe this is just for a cutscene. I don't know. Be interesting to see.
Last in the queue, sniper rifles. The heavy hitters. High-powered, accurate, and long range. They'll take down almost anything while it's still a speck in your scope. Now, guns aren't everything. Close quarters training is a must. Do you have the finesse for an Asari biotic sword? Or the muscle for a Krogan hammer? Some of you have biotic implants, or advanced Omnitool tech. Biotic abilities can shape the world, and if fighting is unavoidable, they'll be your go-to. Any object can be a projectile, even your target.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just toss them into the air and give squad mates an easy shot. When you're manipulating combat at a gravitational level, almost anything is possible. Omnitools are tools, and they're just as useful for defense and offense. With tuning and training, they can be outfitted to freeze, burn, or electrify. And never underestimate a tried and true Omniblade. Options are key. I prefer a little of everything, but if you focus on certain skills, you can do amazing things.
Yeah, this is kind of a new thing that's going to be in Andromeda. When you said I prefer a little of everything, apparently, like in the previous games, you were restricted to only choosing one class, but in this game, apparently, it's going to be more like an Elder Scrolls. Like you can choose abilities and skills from every kind of class. Like you can have a bit of soldier, a bit of vanguard, a bit of adept, and so on. So that'll be cool. Also, the abilities we've seen, I think I saw Singularity, which is an ability that's in all of the games. And that ability where it's like you teleport to the enemy, and then like it sends them flying. That's like Biotic Charge, one of the most badass Biotic abilities. But you can only use that if you're a Vanguard. But I mean, I'm playing an Adept so far in the other games, so I haven't been able to use Charge yet. But maybe in this game I'll be able to, because I can choose abilities from all of the classes this time. So that'll be awesome. Can't wait.
Biotic Specialist, Adept is the path for you. Feeling tactical, Sentinel is the way. Want to get in fast and shake things up? Vanguard. Have a look at each specialization and you'll get an idea of what they can do, what you can do. Last but not least, let's talk mobility. Fun mobility. Jump jets. Need the high ground? You've always got it handy. A quick dash will get you out of an attack path. Like everything else, jump jets are adaptable if things get rough. Nothing better for exploration. The initiative is about a new beginning, pioneering. With the right gear and the right skills, we'll be ready for anything. Everyone has a role. And most importantly, we've got each other's backs.
Man, I actually feel bad for the bad guys now. They're gonna get their asses kicked. What chance do they have against someone with those kinds of abilities? And, yeah, the jetpack, that's a new thing. That wasn't in the previous games. I'm looking forward to that. I'm curious how it would work. One thing I don't like about the combat in Mass Effects 2 and 3 is, like, it's a very cover-based Gears of War type of shooter. Basically, you have such little health, at least on the higher difficulties, that you have to stay in cover at all times or you're just gonna die. I'm curious how that... I mean, I hope it'll be different in this game, where, like, you can, like, sort of go out and run around killing enemies, even on the higher difficulties with your jetpack. That would be really cool. But, I mean, I hope that it'll be less cover-based and more, like, action-based, if that makes any sense. I'm curious what they'll do. Okay, here we go. Pathfinder and Team. Learn specifics on the Pathfinder's role, responsibilities, resources, and skill sets. Recruits may be requested to join the Pathfinder's immediate team at any time. Okay, let's watch. I do like these videos.
Nobody knows for certain what awaits us in Andromeda. Though our long-range scans have provided a map, there are no guarantees on a voyage that will take us 2.5 million light years away from home.
I'm sorry to pause it here, but it's fascinating that this arc, whatever it is, the nexus, it looks like a little citadel, doesn't it? Like this thing right here, you see like what looks like, I don't know if that's like a city that's on the outside. Like the Citadel was like a colossal space station with each arm having like cities on it. And I'm just curious, like, how was this thing built? Because it's like its own little citadel, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, let's keep going.
That's where the Pathfinder team comes in. My name is Cora Harper, second in command on the human Pathfinder team. It's our job to find and secure potential golden worlds, identify settlement sites, and start the process of building our new home. We act under our own authority and represent the tip of the spear in Andromeda. Every arc has its own team, and every team has its own Pathfinder, senior mission officers, experts in survival, diplomacy, and if that fails, combat.
You know, I want to pause it here because I noticed something when I was looking at, if you go into Origin, you know, EA's little game, the website where you can buy EA games, you can see like the achievements that are available for Andromeda, and some of them I noticed, like, they were mentioning something about arcs. Like, each race apparently has its own arc. There's a Solarian arc, an Asari arc, probably a human arc. I saw mention of a Krogan colony ship, so we know that all of those races are going to be in this game. We already know because we've seen them in, like, the trailers and everything. I just find it interesting that each species has its own arc ship. And I guess it'll be interesting to see. I'm curious, like, how that's going to play out. Like, I guess the arc ships will be... Whoops. Darn, stupid thing. Anyway, I'm just curious what will happen there.
Our Pathfinder on Arc Hyperion is Alec Ryder, whose pioneering service history speaks for itself. A skilled soldier with N7 ranking and a talented scientist, Ryder was a member of the original task force who traveled through the Charon Mass Relay and took humanity's first steps across the galaxy. Now, he's preparing us to tackle the next great frontier, Andromeda. Liam specializes in crisis response. Every team needs its idealist, and Liam is ours. Sarah and Scott Ryder are Pathfinder's son and daughter, and former Alliance recruits fresh off tours with the Arcturus Station Outpost and Prothean Artifacts team, respectively. And myself, Lieutenant Cora Harper. To be brief, I'm a biotic, the team's operations specialist in charge of ground missions, and I spent the last 4 years serving alongside Asari commandos. And finally, our last team member, Sam. Short for Simulated Adaptive Matrix, Sam is an artificial intelligence designed by our Pathfinder himself.
Okay, so that is the AI that was shown earlier. Also, the two siblings you saw, the two Ryders, they are the son and daughter of Alec Ryder, the leader that we saw, you know, the badass looking guy. I think he was the guy who was speaking in that first video we saw, you know, where he was standing on the moon doing his little monologue about how awesome he is, and you know, all that good stuff. What's interesting is that in this game, like in the previous Mass Effect games, when you play as Shepard, you can choose to be a male or female. You can be a man or woman. You know, the male is played by Mark Meer, the female is played by Jennifer Hale. But in this game, both the male and female Ryder they're both characters in the game. Like, it's not just one character and you choose its gender. If you choose to play as the male Ryder, then his sister, the female Ryder, will be a character in her own right in this game. So that should be interesting to see, like, how that dynamic works. So let's look at this thing.
From his node in the Ark, Sam receives a direct feed of the Pathfinder's sensory input via a neural implant. It sees and feels as Ryder does, providing him advanced situational awareness, problem solving, and even tactical enhancements. All members of the Pathfinder team receive implants, allowing them to communicate directly with Sam.
You know, Isn't this disturbingly similar to what Cerberus was trying to do with the Overlord AI in Mass Effect 2? That in that DLC they had attempted to create something similar to this, like they hooked up this guy to an AI that would allow him to communicate with the Geth and even control them. But it went horribly wrong for several reasons. I mean, one, the guy was kind of unstable because he had extreme autism, and like he wasn't able to handle all the power that the AI gave to him, and it sort of made him go insane, and he became this horrifying human AI hybrid creature that nearly started like a techno apocalypse throughout the galaxy. Yeah, that was fun. Shepard had to stop him. And now apparently they're trying to do it again with these guys. I certainly hope they've improved on it since then. That would be bad. Okay, let's...
The individuals who make up this team are everything the Andromeda Initiative represents. A chance for the bravest and the brightest to come together for something bigger than ourselves. If you have what it takes to join us, we'll make sure there's a bunk on the Tempest with your name on it.
Yes, sign me up. I'll give you all my money. I'll give you all my possessions. I'll give you everything, and I will live in your compound. Okay. I don't know why is it always the previous video? Like, I guess it's like, how do you go to the next one? It's kind of lame. But whatever. I'll go back to hub. Here we go. Okay. So go to... Okay, I think we've got 2 left. The Tempest and Nomad. We saw... Yeah, okay, we just saw that one. Tempest and Nomad. Okay, I know the Nomad is like the new Mako in this game. And I think the Tempest is your new ship. Like, it's gonna be like the Normandy. It's like Normandy 2.0. Or 3.0, since... Yeah, never mind. Schematic overviews, capabilities, and basic operation of a Pathfinder's principal space and ground vehicle. The Tempest and Nomad. Okay, let us watch.
Glad to make your acquaintance, recruits. The lucky few of you accepted to the Pathfinder team will be flying with me. I'm Callow Jaff, and this is the Tempest.
Hello, Callow
I've been
Jaff.
a pilot since the early prototype days, so take my word when I tell you that she's light, stealthy, and easily the fastest ship in her class, capable of doing 13 light years per day. Of course, all that speed comes with some sacrifice. She isn't weighed down by heavy armor or a main gun, but rest assured, anything we can't outrun will have a tough time finding us. Between missions, Pathfinder team will call the Tempest home, and everything in our home is state-of-the-art. Our research room is available for R&D needs. This will be the space for gathering intel and samples we've acquired and working out their practical application in upgrading everything from weapons to armor to the Nomad Scout Rover.
Does anyone else get a creepy vibe from all this? Like, oh, this ship is perfect. It's like it's gonna be the perfect home for you guys. Like, I don't know. I get a little concerned. Like, I get red flags that go up in my mind. Like, something's not right about all of this. It's a little too perfect, you know? Like, you know something's gonna go horribly wrong, or it's gonna turn out to be some horrifying trap. I've already heard, like, theories online that the Andromeda Initiative is secretly run by Cerberus or something, so that's not gonna be very fun. So, sorry if that was a spoiler, but, I mean, it's an online theory. It's not really a spoiler. It's just something people have been putting forth. So I figured I should share it with you guys. Some interesting evidence they have. You should look at it yourself. I don't remember exactly what they say, but it was interesting. Anyway.
It's all supported by discoveries from the tech and bio labs aboard. The meeting room gives us a place to gather the crew, or video conference with the Nexus. Below are engineering, the Tempest's armory, med bay, and the cargo bay, which houses the Nomad.
There it is.
During your downtime, you can relax in the crew quarters or the galley. The Pathfinder's cabin is also located nearby, but is off-limits to the general crew. Unless invited, of course. My place is on the bridge. This is where the Pathfinder operates our nav system, synced specifically to them. Any destination in the Helios cluster right at their fingertips. Once we verify ground conditions with our scanners, the Tempest will enter the atmosphere, touch down, and the team will head out in the Nomad for a closer look. This rover is the definition of all-terrain, with twin hydrogen-oxygen fuel cells powering an Element Zero core, independent suspension for each wheel, and interchangeable 4- or 6-wheel drive. She comes equipped with a rear fuel injection boost to propel you forward, and in any tight spots, helium-3 micro thrusters beneath the vehicle are on hand to blast you clear.
This is awesome. Just sorry, that's an awkward place to pause it, but it just looks so cool. I mean, the Mako missions in the first game were really fun, you know, and the planets, the landscapes were really interesting. And I always hated it that they got rid of those in the future games, and I'm really looking forward now to them bringing them back, and then, you know, seeing what they can do with that now with the new gen graphics technology. I mean, the planetary missions in the first game were really good, and that was with old graphics. I mean, I'm really hyped up to see what they can do with this, and the new Mako looks really cool too. I mean, I'll always miss the old Mako. It never did survive. We never found out what happened to it after it crashed at the end of into the Citadel at the end of the first game. But oh well. I'm really looking forward to see what this Nomad thing can do.
The Nomad must be able to adapt to difficult conditions. The modularity of its design allows everything from thrusters, shields, shield blast, life support, radar, and of course, paint jobs to be customized based on our surroundings.
Cool.
And most crucial of all is your ability to scan planet surfaces for valuable resources and mine them with deployable mining drones. We have an entire galaxy to scout, recruits. The next time I welcome you on board the Tempest, I hope to do so as crewmates. See you in Andromeda.
See ya. Wow. That was cool. That was a good trailer. I mean, I hope this isn't just like false advertising, but I hope it's I hope they really do let you do that stuff. I'm really hoping this game will be what No Man's Sky should have been. I mean, No Man's Sky was a huge letdown because it didn't provide what the creators promised to the people who funded it or something. And I mean, this game looks really good for all it's worth, and I've always really enjoyed all of the Mass Effect games. I know I kind of say disapproving things about Mass Effect 2 and 3, but I know I was being a little too harsh. I really love all three of the Mass Effect games. I mean, they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. I mean, the first game was really good, but I fully admit it wasn't perfect, and it had some big flaws, and the Mass Effect 2 and 3, I think, had really good stories to them. I just think they could have been better, that's all. And I hope that Mass Effect Andromeda will sort of be like an evolution of storytelling in BioWare games. I mean, Dragon Age Inquisition was a huge success after the big flop that Dragon Age 2 was, and I'm hoping that Mass Effect Andromeda can do the same for that. Anyway, let's go to okay, I guess we go here. Sorry, I know I'm being kind of slow on the take here. Alright, I think we've got one video left. The Arcs and the Nexus. Introduction to the Arc and Nexus. Understand the roles each will play in our journey to the Andromeda Galaxy. And mission upon arrival. Okay, so I know the Nexus is I think it's supposed to be the main arc. Like the little Citadel thing. I think this is the Nexus. So I'm curious what the arcs are supposed to be. Let's watch.
Greetings and welcome, recruits. I am Avina, your virtual intelligence resource and guide for the duration of this briefing.
Yo, Avina.
Inspired by the Milky Way Citadel, the Nexus is a smaller, streamlined space station, designed to serve as your central support hub and temporary home once in Andromeda. The Nexus will carry with it a contingent of officials, engineers, traders, and security personnel on its voyage to Andromeda. All remaining humans will travel together, 20,000 strong, on Arc Hyperion. Even with faster-than-light travel, it would still take several human lifetimes to cover the 2.5 million light-years to your destination. Survival will be made possible by spending the majority of this voyage in cryostasis, protected beneath the Mass Effect shields generated by your pods. As you travel to the edges of the known galaxy, a small escort of combat pilots will defend us from any threats. However, once we cross into dark space, we will be alone with only our kinetic barriers to shield us during our centuries-long journey. Once in Andromeda, the Nexus and Arcs will rendezvous in the Helios cluster, and
Okay, so these are the arcs, and this thing right here is the Nexus. Huh. It's really interesting. I mean, it's interesting that the Nexus looks just like a single Citadel arm, doesn't it? I mean, I wonder how did they build it? And also, they haven't even explained how exactly this technology to get to Andromeda is going to work anyway. Like, how did that happen? Like, how was the technology to go to Andromeda discovered, especially during the whole shit with the Reaper War going on? I mean, there's like a really big mystery to all that, and I'm really curious what happens.
operations will commence immediately. While the Nexus will be largely functional at launch, many elements of its construction are only scheduled for completion upon arrival at our destination.
Huh, okay, that's an interesting detail. So, like, this is supposed to be what the Nexus will look like when it's completed, but originally it was just a single Citadel arm. But now, upon completion, it has a second arm, and this connecting thingamajiggy between them. I guess it's like supposed to be a new Citadel. But I'm curious, like, how exactly that will work. Like, will it have Mass Effect relay technology involved somehow? Like, will it be able to... Like, how exactly are ships going to travel to other planets without mass relays? Like, somehow this Citadel must... This little Citadel, the Nexus, must somehow enable that, and I'm wondering how that will work. Anyway, let's see.
Docked to the Nexus, the Arcs will provide additional power and storage to the station. You will be revived and assigned quarters in one of the residential blocks for a short time, as our immigration staff assist you in choosing a new homeworld. Until the Pathfinders have completed securing these habitats, the Nexus will offer many duties and distractions. The archives in the Cultural Center house the combined history of the many Milky Way species and will assist new races encountered in learning about our galaxy and its past. Lush hydroponics gardens are available for a quiet escape. Or you can also take the opportunity to socialize with a visit to the Vortex Lounge for any desired off-duty indulgences. The Operations Center will oversee security and management of the entire station, housing everything from colonization efforts to Pathfinder HQ, where Pathfinders will converge to share information and discuss their progress. The state-of-the-art science labs will also be on hand to investigate their discoveries as they begin to unlock the secrets of this new galaxy. Together, you will create a bustling center of trade, community, government, and diplomacy. The beating heart of your new beginning in Andromeda. I invite you to visit me there for further assistance.
Cool. Wow. Alright. I think that was all the videos. Let me make sure. We saw this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Is this a new video? I don't know. Huh. We saw... I think this is the intro video, isn't it? Let me make sure. No, this is different.
Congratulations on your successful acceptance into the Andromeda Initiative. My name is Jian Garson, the founder of this unprecedented mission. This journey is a major milestone for all of humanity, as well as every other species in the Milky Way galaxy. You are about to embark on a voyage unlike anything attempted before. And make no mistake, this is a one-way trip. 600 years from now, you will awake from cryostasis on the outskirts of the Andromeda galaxy.
I find it very interesting. They definitely seem to be putting some interesting emphasis on like holographic technology, like, you know, like creating the simulation, transforming the moon landscape into this, whatever the hell it is, is it like a holodeck, or is it like a pinnacle station kind of thing, only much more advanced and cool looking, and hopefully without some annoying guy yelling out, "Shepard, there's no award for most time shot" on regular intervals. Please, no Ahern, please. Okay, I'm really curious, like what this holographic stuff is going to be all about. Let's keep going.
Most of you will be aboard Ark Hyperion, while the rest will travel on the Nexus with me. In addition to Hyperion, 3 other Arks, each harboring a separate species, will depart the Milky Way at the same time. Each Ark will be assigned its own Pathfinder, a blend of elite soldier, scientist, and guide, who will be tasked with finding a new home on one of the golden worlds that our long-range sensors have identified within Andromeda's Helios cluster. Over the coming months, you will be briefed on a selection of classified information, all of which will be critical to your success. Arcs and Nexus overviews, ground and space vehicle certification, outpost establishment guidelines, first contact protocols should we encounter new sapient life forms. In addition, those accepted onto the Pathfinder team will also receive weapons, biotics, and survival training for even the harshest environments.
Hell yeah.
You represent some of the best humanity has to offer, and I again salute your bravery in accepting this mission. There are no guarantees, no certainties. But, if successful, we have a chance to do the impossible and create a new future for all humanity. Begin your journey.
Alright. I think that was it. That was all the videos, I would assume. Yep, okay, that was all of them. Cool. So, there we go. I guess I've completed all the videos. Achieve full certification, earn elite equipment. Recruits who sign in to track their progress will be awarded a special issue Pathfinder grade helmet upon completion of all... Hey, it's not bad. Upon completion of all training modules. Huh. I guess that'll be like something I can use in the game. So that'll be cool. Okay, I guess we saw everything that was here, but there was stuff below. Equipment, vehicles, and technology, blah blah blah. Okay, this was it, so... I guess we're trying to sign in. Curious what the... That was weird. How do you sign in? Sign in. Huh. Okay, so I need an EA account. Huh, weird. Well, hopefully I'll get the helmet or something. But, yeah, that's pretty fun. The cinematics are really well done, and, voice acting looks superb as usual. I'm looking forward to it overall. It looks like a really good game. I hope it lives up to the hype. I know that's pretty hard for games to do these days. So, yeah. So, I guess that concludes my video. I thought it was fun to go through this thing. And, if you guys, I have Origin access, so I will be able to start playing the game, at least the first 10 hours of the game, on tomorrow, on the 16th. And, so that'll be fun. and I'll be starting my Let's Play as soon as I possibly can. I know I haven't completed Mass Effect 1 yet, but I will get down to completing that game as soon as I can. But I mean, come on, it's Mass Effect Andromeda. It's just coming out. I really want to get into this game, so it'll be really fun. And hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you want to see my Let's Play, please consider subscribing to my channel, and please leave a like or dislike. Let me know what you think, and a comment is always welcome. Thank you, and goodbye.